What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty. Unfortunately, Rob is not going to be able to be with us today, but he is right now helping me stream this game for you guys to be able to see and for me to be able to commentate over. And so, of course, appreciate him for doing that. But we got ourselves a good matchup right here between UCLA and Washington. Should definitely make for a good game. Washington right now, 7-1. They took their first loss just last week, man. It was a big upset. They lost to Oregon, a Pac-12 rival right there. And so that was definitely a tough one there for Washington. They take their first loss. They fall to number 2 now in the country. Our top 25 list will be coming out for you guys soon. But, man, big loss there. And they're taking on a much weaker overall team in terms of records as UCLA comes to this game with a 2-6 record. Could they claim their third and upset the Washington Huskies? We'll see. But the Huskies are at home. Without further ado, we're going to get you guys out there onto the field and chop it up. Peace. And so it is RFL college football game time as we start week 9. Here is a Pac-12 matchup between the UCLA Bruins and the Washington Huskies. Should definitely make for a great game, as I said. Can't wait to see who's going to be the victor. And man, this season's moving along. Already here, week 9. Week 10 is going to be, coming in a few. We started this week 9 up a little bit later due to the fact that we couldn't get no teams, and I want to talk about that as well. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get the new teams that were added involved, and so with that being said, we're going to have a couple of games for the new teams for the teams that were taken out on 19 to be played out instead of on 20. And so we cannot showcase the new 6 teams because we don't have the rosters for those teams, and we could not get that to you guys in time. But man, I'll tell you one thing. At the end of the day, we're still going to have some good college football. The Washington Huskies coming out onto the on the field right here, and the UCLA Bruins. I mean, even though they have lost 6 games so far, these guys have been in a lot of close games and very well could have won at least 3 out of the 6 that they did lose. I would probably even go along with 4. Almost beat Florida, almost beat LSU for 1, but without further ado, ball's on the tee, and here goes the kickoff. The game is underway, and it's going to be fielded at the 4-yard line. And a big hit as he is knocked down at the 28. I want to give a big shout out to everyone that is here. We got Markel in the building, Operation Spike Helmet, Multi-Apples, got Coach Armstrong, got Coach Frankie J in the building, and here goes Wilton Spate, starting quarterback for the UCLA Bruins. What will he do here on this first offensive drive? Can he lead the Bruins here to a big upset? We'll find out. Shout out to Coach Rummel in the building, head coach of the Marshals. In the first play, a pass play here for UCLA. Over the middle, it's going to be complete to Padico. And one thing I have to say, Padico has been one of the most electric receivers in this college series. He's not an RFL prospect, but man, has he made a lot of clutch grabs for UCLA. Unfortunately, a lot of games they've come up short, but he is a big playmaker that you have to look out for when you mention this UCLA offense. Second down and 4 after the 6-yard gain. They go with a run play here up the middle, and great start here for UCLA as he picks up the first down with a 7-yard run. There goes Jamabo. Jamabo, he's also a player that can make a huge impact on the offensive side of the ball. And yeah, I can see some people were saying, man, with all the free agency moves and things that were going on, I know there was definitely a couple of people that forgot about the RFL College Series, but we are back here week 9. 1st and 10. The motion is tight end over and back to the right side. There goes some play action. Spate looking down the field. His time is expanding. He's got a lot of great protection. There goes a shot down the field. Severely underthrown. Could have been a dangerous pass. That falls incomplete. And here's the look at the UCLA lineup. Talked about the receiver Pabico is definitely going to be somebody they're going to have to rely on to make some big plays and catches. And Soso Jamabo is definitely somebody who's going to have to establish that passing game off the play action to some great running. And he started out great with a 7-yard gain. The play action didn't work there, but it was just good coverage on the end of Washington. Second and 10, here goes a throw. A quick one is going to be released at the 48-yard line. He'll fall. 2 for 3 right now is Spate throwing the football, and they're going to need him to be 4 for 5 on this next play for a first down. Let's see if he can do it on this Washington defense. Shout out to everyone once again that is here. We got Default Man in the building. Got Maverick Hansen, Gio Diamond. Appreciate you guys as always showing support for the RFL College Series. Here he is, empty backfield, looking to pass, throws, big first down, and there goes the guy I mentioned, Pabico. Big playmaking ability here for this offense. I don't know what he really does in real life. Don't really follow UCLA as much in terms of college football, but I'll tell you one thing, in this series, he has been electric. He's been able to separate well from the defenders, and he has been able to make catches and big plays like this when needed for UCLA all season.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. I got 15.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line after a big gain through the air. And there goes another completion. Hits his tight end. He goes down after a gain of 4. And here's a look at this Washington defense. They've been really good so far this season as well. It's been a great unit. I mean, these guys have been working together with their offense, making big plays and winning in big moments, and they were a big surprise in this series to be even ranked number 2 so far in the series with a 7-1 record. Nobody thought they would even top at number 1, and they held the number 1 spot for at least about a week or two. Unfortunately, lost that one. In case guys don't know, of course, guys don't know the top 25 rankings aren't out yet, but Florida has reclaimed that number 1 spot. There goes a run to the outside. And some good running as he gets this one to the 24-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and inches. So another big third down here for UCLA. Can they convert? We'll find out. What's good, Carlton Scruggs? Appreciate you checking in.
Down. 60 or.
Two-Face Bison in the building as well. And here they go. They try to go with some option. And that's going to be a huge hit, forcing a fumble. And, man, it's taking forever for somebody to come out of that pile with the football. But I think UCLA has recovered. I'm not sure. There's another look at it. That ball's on the floor. Still can't see from this angle who got it, though. And I saw somebody come up, and I think it was a UCLA player. Yeah, so UCLA luckily recovers the football back. It's 4th down. And thanks to the good clutch recovery back from Spate, they'll be able to at least kick a field goal to get some points on the first drive of the game. So here they go. 46-yarder up, and it is good. First points on the board here for UCLA. Score here 3-0. What's up, J Sports Network? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Nice knockdown there by the field goal kicker. You always like to see an opening drive at least end in some points. UCLA, they were moving the football pretty well against Washington. Good, Mark Hansen. For the guys who are here, as always, we appreciate you guys coming out showing your support. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button. It definitely goes a long way towards pushing our channel and getting more people to know about what this league is and what we do. Here goes the kick as he gets it from the goal line, and he'll be brought down at the 25. So good job there by the special teams, not allowing them past that 25-yard threshold where return men always have an idea of trying to get past. So here's a look at the starting quarterback, Jacob Eason. He's been a great quarterback also here so far this season for Washington. And the first loss they took last week, he really did not perform well. We're going to look to see if he can be that big-time playmaker that they're looking for to be able to clutch out this game. So far down by a field goal with a lot of football left to go in this one. Yeah, definitely looking like a good game so far. And here goes a throw into the flats. He takes immediate contact, but he still hangs on to the football. and he'll get a couple of yards as we get a look at the Washington offense. Now, this is an offense, they make a lot of big plays, especially number 2, Aaron Fuller, got Shaquille Vick, a prospect. And I mean, these guys just make really big plays in terms of even receiving, in terms of Jimmy Bean, another prospect at the tight end position. That is a target that Eason likes to target a lot. You can see him down at the tight end position at the bottom of your screen, attached to the line. As there'll be a 2nd and 7. A screen out to Aaron Fuller. He doesn't go anywhere though with that, and that's going to be a loss as they'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Defense right there for sure by UCLA. That was Holmes in on the tackle. And immediately UCLA kind of putting some pressure on Washington. It's never easy to win against a team that's in the same conference as you, because they know a lot about your team more than most teams do. And so here they go, shotgun. Eason looking to throw. He's got the first down as he gets to the 38, 3 for 3 to start this drive, and that 3rd pass is going to move the chains as he finds Jones for a gain of 11. It's good, multi-apples. What's up, Painless? Appreciate you coming through the live stream as well. And so a big-time first down completion by Washington. Let's see if they can continue to keep the drive moving. A lot of good offenses that we're seeing right now from these two teams. Eason going to look, throws this one into the flats, back out to Aaron Fuller. The juke move isn't going to catch anybody as he is going to be brought down by 2 Bruin defenders. Nice game, though. They pick up 6. And Washington right now moving down the field, making some plays. Go on the ground here, and Vick tries to hit a juke move, but he stood up and he will get the first down. It was actually Ahmed runs the football there. They like the split carries between those two backs. You got the prospect and Shaquille Vick, and then you got Ahmed running the football behind him. They pretty much share the same amount of carries. Sometimes you see one get more than the other, but they balance out very well in that backfield to keep that defense that offense unpredictable. Here goes another run with Ahmed, though, as he gets this one past midfield to about the 48-yard line as we get a look at UCLA's defense. Kind of came out to a pretty good start. Almost had a 3-and-out, but a good conversion by Washington on the hook route. An 11-yard gain to Jones was able to move the chains. But UCLA, this has been a team that has been in a lot of close games. You know, the record doesn't quite show it. 2-6 on the season, not even ranked in the top 25 out of 32 teams. It doesn't sound good, but this is a team that can compete just about with anybody, just have not been able to come up with the big wins. Here goes Eason with immediate pressure, a forced fumble, and he's going to recover it. UCLA going to pick up the football. Here he goes, a 10-5 touchdown by the defense. UCLA is now going to be up by 2 possessions. What a play by the defense. And that was Clay on the forced fumble and on the recovery. And man, did you see the wheels on the big guy here? Big hit, lays Eason out. Eason almost looks as if he got concussed on that hit. Clay picks it up, and he takes it all the way to the house as he showboats in front of this Washington crowd. And the extra point's going to put them up by 10. And it's good. And Washington better get themselves prepared, because like I said, this is a team, regardless of the 2-6 record, that can compete with any team. And they have showed that in their close games throughout the season. And right now, they hang 10 points here in this first quarter over Washington in the first 2 possessions of the game. How about that play, though, man? That is exactly the type of plays that UCLA needs to pull off this upset. Another thing, this is a huge game for UCLA because if they lose this game, not only are they going to add on another loss, they are also not going to be bowl eligible. All teams that loses more than 6 games will not be able to compete at the end of the season in the bowl games. Of course, not the championship game either, or the playoffs, of course. And so they're right there at that 6. They cannot afford to lose any more games pretty much up to this point. And right now they're facing the number 2 team in the country. Just came off a loss, so some good momentum coming in this game for them. And so let's see if UCLA can get it done. Play action. Eason has got a lot of time in the pocket right now, and he gets sacked again. That's going to be Mafi, the defensive tackle, able to come through. That's a 7-yard loss. And Washington, what is going on right now? Their offense, they're looking a bit stunned. They're underestimating this defense. I mean, the offensive line did a great job giving them time in the pocket. Eason looks like he tried to go down the field for a huge play to try to get some momentum back and set the tone for the offense. And, he just took a little bit too much of an advantage trying to, stay in the pocket thinking his offensive line was going to hold for that long. And so you got to fault that on Eason right there. Got to make a better decision or throw the football away. And here goes a quick throw and a big hit to force the incompletion. Try to get that one out to Jimmy Bean. And just like that, UCLA has Washington in a 3rd and 17 situation. These guys are off to a very hot start right now. And, Eason showing off the same performance that he had a week ago in their first ever loss so far this season. And here he goes, throwing across the middle. As he has the completion out to Jones, but still going to be well short of the first down by 5. And UCLA gets the stop. What's good, Sioux Falls Spirits? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Same man just got popped. What's good, Drew Brewer? Appreciate all you guys coming through. If you are enjoying the stream right now and can't wait for Season 5 of the RFL, man, it's going to be a big season. If you guys haven't followed our social media, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Instagram's our biggest page right now, close to 1,000 followers on there. We got over 500 plus on Twitter. We got a Facebook page, over 100 plus on there. Not too many people go to the Facebook like that, but if you're a Facebook guy, we got Facebook for you as well. You can go ahead, check and see what's going on in the RFL right now. A lot of big moves. Free agency is on and popping right now. A lot of huge signings. You got Andre Tomlinson, former Chicago Cougar, going to the Salt Lake Pioneers. A great move. The Pioneers look to be a team that's not going to be a cupcake team next year. A lot of big things coming, man. That's all I can say. Here goes a read option play. He just barrels through a couple of guys, still moving on his feet. And this just shows you the type of energy UCLA had coming into this game. They are just believers that they are going to be able to pull off this upset and beat their conference rival right now. Look at this. Just runs right through the defender. It trips him up. He was running, just having a little leisurely jog, but he was ready for the contact. Ran right through the defender. Big first down scramble. And now it's 1st and 10 at the 31. These guys have all the momentum right now. And look to throw into the flats, and that's going to be played well by the defense, but still a good gain. Picks up 4, well, they'll say 3 on the play. Yeah, unfortunately, the Penn State quarterback is not an RFL prospect. That's an actual player in real life, so we can't bring him to the RFL. But, man, Tommy Stevens has definitely been an electric player to watch in a college series. They try to run the football here with Soso Jamabo, and he just does not go anywhere. That's a good job by this Washington Huskies defense, and they're going to need to come up and make another big play here on this 3rd and 7. They do not want this game to get out of hand. Typically, games that go past 2 possessions down, most likely teams lose that. So they do not want to be in that category right now. Here he goes, looking to throw. And that's a great completion. First down. That just draws the life out of this Washington defense because you complete that pass, they feel they're going to get the stop, they feel they're going to be able to get their offense on the field to probably cut the deficit, and instead on a crucial third down, they give up the first. It was a beautiful throw right there by Spate, hitting that out route to Howard. And man, UCLA right now kind of making it look easy. And I think the Washington Huskies right now are just stunned about the performance coming into this game by the 2-6 UCLA Bruins. And they're not looking like a 2-6 ball club right now. They run the football, get across midfield to the 46-yard line. And that was a handoff to the tight end. They're just pulling out all types of plays right now on Washington. Definitely a good start to this game for UCLA. Can they finish? This will probably be the last play of the first quarter. And here goes a wide receiver screen. That is going to be read perfectly by the defense. And once again, Washington has them in a third and just about long situation. That's the end of the first quarter. 10-0 is the score. UCLA looking to try to pull off this upset on the road in Washington. And let's see if they can get back into this game. Right now, it's not looking good for them. The 3rd and 6. Start of the second quarter. He lets one fly, and there goes a strike to guess who? That's Pavico. First down at the 33-yard line. And like I said, when you need a clutch play, you always go in the direction of this kid. He makes just unbelievable grabs every time. Always finds a way to get open, and he just shows off the sure hands right there. Catching that football in traffic, takes a big hit from about 3 Huskies right there. But he hangs on. He moves the chains. UCLA right now, they are on fire.
70, Indy.
First and 10. Here goes a handoff. Jamabo, he gets taken down. Looks like it's only going to be a 1-yard gain on the play. So 2nd and 9. And right now, UCLA just about in that field goal range area. They don't want to lose any yards up to this point so they can try to knock on some more points. Washington, they've got to do something. This game starting to get out of hand. One thing's for sure, they do not want to give up a touchdown. There goes some read option, and there goes the yards lost that Washington was looking to give UCLA as they were able to knock them down for a big 4-yard loss. It's 3rd and 13 now. Barnett in on that tackle. And, I mean, they like what they see with the read option, so they call it here, thinking it was going to work. But the Washington defense was prepared. They made a great play. It's good, Kaishan Rivera. Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Only got myself so far commentating today. Rob is streaming the game for me, but he's unable to commentate at the moment. And there's a throw, and look at this throw and a catch. He breaks the tackle, and he gets to the 14-yard line for a first down. What about Spate right now? 9 for 10. That's his 3rd completion out there to Howard. And just look at this throw where he was able to place this. That's right in between the area of 3 Husky defenders. You couldn't have placed that football any better than that. He puts it right there where only his receiver can get it, right in the small window. And I mean, I know he's not going to the RFL, but those are the type of throws you look for quarterbacks coming out of college to be able to make, because the windows are going to be way more tighter than what you see here in this college series in the RFL. But here they go with some read option. Tries to get to the outside, and man, what a solid tackle. Good job by the defense coming up, cleaning up on that tackle. As Beavers on that one is now 2nd and 13 for the Bruins. But still, these guys are just looking very impressive right now. Really like what I'm seeing from this team. In Washington, they really got them on the ropes early. They'll come out in the pistol with 2 backs in the backfield. They got 2 receivers out wide to the right of Spate. There goes some read option. Breaks the tackle, keeps it himself, and he goes down at the 8. Good scramble right. Well, not the scramble. Good read option play. I mean, Spate's showing he's a tough guy to bring down. He's broken a couple tackles so far. He ran over a guy earlier. And now 3rd and 5.
Set 50, plant.
Let's see if Spate can convert on this third down. No one in the backfield room, an obvious passing situation. Spate, that's one fly to the end zone, and there goes a touchdown for UCLA as they take a 3-possession lead. What a strike. I mean, look at this, the way he drove. Look at this throw, another pro throw right there. He's made the perfect read, knew that the middle of the field was going to be open, and he strikes. Touchdown UCLA. They are on fire at the start of this game, 16-0, and they just cannot afford to blow this lead, and so they're going to have to hang on for dear life as much as they can and continue to put pressure on Washington. I mean, right now it's a donut for the Huskies. Score here 17-0. 13 plays, they go 81 yards. 6 for 6 was Wilton Spate on that drive. That was very impressive. Analyst says Washington's going to come back. We'll have to see, man. A lot of teams have not been able to come back from early deficits like this. As I was talking about earlier, do not want to be in this situation. And Washington now right now it's almost do or die time. We still got a whole 8.5 plus minutes left in the second quarter. Haven't even reached the end of the first half yet, and so these guys got to find a way to slow UCLA down and put points on the board offensively. The return gets them out to the 29-yard line, so pretty decent field position there. And this pretty much is going to rely on the arm and just the play of Jacob Eason. Right now, he's been coughing the ball up quite a few. He's been getting hit hard. He forced fumble he had earlier that got taken to the house for a touchdown. And so he's really going to have to play clean pretty much for the rest of this game if he wants to try to come back into this one. There goes a run play. Shaquille Vick, the RFL prospect, only can get back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that one. And now it's a 2nd and 10. So do you think the second half will be completely different compared to the first? I mean, it could, very well could. You never know. And we already know Washington has proved to be a very solid team, but right now, they got to get themselves out of this funk that they're in. Motion Aaron Fuller. Here goes a handoff, and man, what about UCLA? That is just read perfectly. The block sheds were just almost instantaneous as Jones got back there, the first initial contactor. You can see Ahmed had nowhere to go. 3 Bruins just getting off those blocks. And they just made it look easy. And just like that, Washington in another 3rd and long situation.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Let's go.
Trying to get the defense to jump off sides with a hard count. Here goes Eason over the middle, and a big time completion needed for the Huskies as that will give them the first down. I talked about him earlier, Jimmy Bean, a high target that they like to go get the ball to in those clutch situations, those 3rd and 4th downs, the red zone situations, because he can make catches like this. A lot of players aren't going to be able to make catches in traffic like that. And, that's an RFL prospect. As a tight end, a lot of teams look forward to having a tight end that can make those big catches despite the contact and, just keep the ball moving as he did right there on that play. And that one could have been intercepted. Jacob Eason was firing his 2nd pass of the day, so 6 of 8. Still 0 points on the board, though, here for Washington.
Set. 15 line. 59.
It's now 2nd and 10. Here goes play action. He's got instant pressure, but he's got a completion, and that's going to be a first down. Jacob Eason gets out to the 49. And once again, there goes Jimmy Bean. Just a big-time playmaker at the tight end position. You could just see him catching the football and making the plays. He's also shown a little bit of speed on his end as well. Washington's starting to get the momentum flowing on their side now. Jacob Eason over the middle. There goes another strike for a first down. And he will be marked down at the 31 as Eason is able to get a completion out there to Barcilia. Not sure if I said his name right there, but man, big time catch. Nice throw. These are the type of throws you want to see from Jacob Eason right now in this moment. Down 17-0, not the start that I imagined that they had. Of course, it's not. And yep, it was Bacacilia. I think that's how you said Bacacilia. Yeah, we're going to go with that. But first and 10 at the 31. He's got some pressure. He throws, and oh man, you usually don't see that. Aaron Fuller, you expect him to make that catch. That was a good throw. Definitely was really good coverage, but the old saying always goes, that ball touch your hands, the coaches don't care. They expect you to catch that football every time, especially as great of a receiver as Aaron Fuller's been so far this season for the Huskies. Jacob Eason running out of time. He throws, and that's another breakup by the defense. UCLA looking to come up big here. Washington, at this point, really cannot afford to lose any yards, so they got to be careful with the football because they're just about in that range of field goal area.
Ready.
Watch two. Here we go, D.
So Eason's got to be careful with the football, make sure he doesn't throw any turnovers, and make sure he doesn't take a sack here. He does get rid of the football. He had Aaron Fuller, but he misfires. And so now that brings up the fourth down. Huskies going to have to bring out their field goal unit. And, I mean, at the end of the day, most likely they're going to be able to come up with some points. There's an opportunity missed by Washington that they could have capitalized on to keep this drive moving, to try to build up that momentum some more. Bowman right there getting into it a little bit with his teammates on the sideline, but they already know they're going to have to come out onto the field and hold it down on defense. Let's see if the kicker can knock this one down from 48 yards out. Here goes the kick. It is up, and it is short. He just misses this kick, and Washington remains scoreless. And that's just extremely tough. You just add more momentum to the Bruins with that missed kick. You give them excellent field position. Coach is very displeased on the sideline. And it looks like we have an upset, as Thomas James says in the chat. This is going to be a huge upset. Unranked team knocking down number 2. And this is a big reason on why Washington fell to number 2 right now in the rankings. They were the number 1 team just a week ago. Took an unfortunate loss. There goes Jalava. Look at this, breaking a tackle with a stiff arm. He gets to the 38-yard line for a gain of 7. As I was talking about, I mean, Washington starting to play a little bit like how people expected them to in the beginning before this series kicked off. I mean, no one expected Washington to be a top team as they are right now. They're in the playoff hunt right now. But can they stay in it is going to be the question. This loss very well can drop them out of the top 4. Good defense that time, though, by Washington. Now 3rd and 4 here for the offense. An unranked team coming in here playing like this, 17-0 over the number 2 team in the country here in this RFL College Football Series. Wilton Spate goes over the middle, and once again he strikes. But here goes the defense with a strike of their own, forcing the fumble. And there goes Burke Kibben with the fumble recovery. There's another look at this play. Beautiful throw. Great play, though. Yeah, the defense right there. I think that was Rapp who was able to rip the ball right out of his hands. Another look at this. That was just a beautiful play made there by the secondary. And now Washington will have possession. And these are the type of plays you have to capitalize on. I'm looking forward to this offense, in a way, picking up where they left off. Unfortunately, they couldn't even get the field goal. But if they could get some points, I mean, really, they're looking to try to get a touchdown here. They really need it before the end of this half to try to build some heavy momentum on their side. Well, let's see what they can do. They're going to throw over the middle, wide open. There goes Jimmy Bean. He falls down at the 43 for a huge gain and his 4th catch of the day. He's got 46 yards so far. All right, Multi-Apples, we'll see you later, my guy. Thanks for stopping by. And for the guys who are in the chat right now, I want to give a special shout out to you guys for being here, checking out the RFL College Series, the first game of Week 9. We're going to have 3 games back-to-back, so because we missed the Monday Night Football time slot. So we're going to have this game, of course, tonight, another game at 6 p.m. on Friday, and the game after that at the same time on Saturday. And right here, first down, run play does not work out well for Med. Loses a yard on the play. It's Mafi who had a sack earlier. It was good, Bastille. Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Yep, having a good day so far this Thursday evening, that's for sure. Hope you guys are too. Make sure you guys smash that like button if you haven't already and you're enjoying this game. UCLA looking to pull off a huge upset over Washington, starting out this first half with a 17-0 lead. Going to drop back, looking to pass. Goes over the middle, and there goes a nice completion. Gets him a good amount of yards, but now it's a 3rd and 5. See somebody asking what the next games are going to be on Friday and Saturday. So Friday's game is going to be Texas versus Oklahoma. And then we end it off with Alabama versus Tennessee. It was good, Sean Williams. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking and coming through. There goes Aaron Fuller with a clutch grab. Able to hang on that time. And that was a much tougher catch than the last one that he dropped, as he was able to move the chains, catching that one in traffic. His 3rd catch, though, of the day. He hasn't really had big yards. He's got 17 so far. Nice throw by Eason. Nice catch by Fuller. First down and 10 at the 26. Little quick bubble screen, and he's got some great blockers out there ahead of him. And that goes all the way to the 11 for a huge gain. Another nice play, getting the ball out into the hands of their speedster, Aaron Fuller. And I'll tell you one thing, this kid, with the ball in his hands, is very electric. As you can see right there, the explosion. But who I want to give the credit to is Jones right there out right there on the outside, delivering that block to spring him free. These type of screen plays go nowhere if you don't get the blocking. You got to give that credit to Jones, being able to spring him there with a great block for the first down. It was good, CJ Williams. Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Here goes a throw to the end zone, but it's going to be intercepted by UCLA at the 5. And just when you think things were starting to go in the favor of Washington, Gates comes up and closes the gates on this drive for the Huskies. Look at that. I don't know if I make that throw right there. He was sitting on that one from the get-go. I think he felt his receiver's going to go a different way, and that's going to cost the Huskies. And now Spate coming out onto the field. He has really been accurate, 11 of 12. 113 passing yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. Man, what a costly turnover for Washington. Still UCLA, though, at this point, they've got to be careful because they could get safety. Seen it happen multiple times so far this season. At that time, a nice little run to give him a little bit of separation and some breathing room as he picks up 2. UCLA's record is 2-6, and Washington is 7-1. For those who are asking, and so yeah, huge upset. UCLA unranked in this series, and Washington is number 2 in the country in the RFL College Football Series. So this is going to be a huge loss for Washington for sure. Could knock them, as I said earlier, out of the top 4. Right underneath of them is going to be Clemson with the same record at 7-1. There's only 3 teams in this series so far with a 7-1 record. That's the Florida Gators, of course, at number 1. Washington trying to come back in this game so they can get their 8th win. But they're 7-1, and as I mentioned earlier, 7-1 also are the Clemson Tigers. What's good, No Post Troll? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Yep, definitely looks like an upset alert. Let's see if they can hold on, though. Here goes a strike, and look at that. Pabico gets the first down. And right now, they are using and putting together a 2-minute offense to see if they can get some more points before the end of this half. It looks like Washington, more than likely, definitely, is going to come out of this first half with no points at all. Big shock right there. Goes a throw, completion out to the 41. They're hurrying up right now of UCLA. They got one timeout, so I'm assuming they're just trying to keep that. Yeah, you gotta say, the game's not over yet. You never know, man. It's been a lot of comebacks that we have seen in the RFL, in the actual series, and of course in the college football series. We've seen it. There goes Pabico again with a big catch. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock. 25 seconds left exactly at midfield. UCLA up 17-0. I mean, Washington, they are stunned right now. This defense has had trouble stopping this offense. Their offense just cannot seem to get the ball moving. And when they do, they came up with costly turnovers. Resulting in a touchdown. Here goes Spate with a strike over the middle. And a fight forward. I think that gets him the first down. Not sure. They say he fell inches. And so UCLA forced to burn their final timeout of the half. 17 seconds, and at most they're just looking to try to get in field goal range here with this next play. And here they go, read option. Wilton Spate, I think he's gotten range, and they better hurry up right now and kick this field goal. Score is 17-0, and a field goal will put them up to 20 if they can knock it down. I think that's all they got enough time for. The clock does stop since he gets the first down. But man, can he knock this down? We've seen a kick missed by Washington from the 31-yard line.
Cheetah!
And they're not kicking the field goal here. Very surprised about this. He throws, and that's not enough for the first down. And even though they started out hot, I really do not like that call by UCLA. You want to put some pressure on Washington. You want to pull off this upset. You got to stomp on their throats here. You got to step on them. And they had an opportunity to go up 3 more points possibly if they had attempted the field goal. Instead, they didn't. And they head into the half here with the final, not the final score, with the score here 17-0, man. Spade's been playing lights out, running and passing the football. UCLA is really bringing that pressure to Washington. But I can kind of feel, and I'm expecting Washington to try to get back into this game in the second half. You're asking where would Tennessee go? They're not playing Tennessee, so I can't quite answer that question, Sean. Tennessee will be playing on Saturday against Alabama in this series, though. And if UCLA does get this win, they should fly up pretty high. You know, in the rankings, probably not too much, but they'll go up. You know, I mean, you still got to look at the record. They're 2-6 right now. A win would just make them 3-6, and they're going to have to win out. They might not even be bowl eligible. They're not going to be bowl eligible if they lose another game for the rest of the season. So, I mean, after this game, they're going to have 3 more games left. And that's going to be a tall order, man. I mean, but like I said earlier, within this game, UCLA has been a team that has had some very close competitive games throughout this season. Very well could have had a over 500 record, but just lost some big ones. They go with the counter run play, trying to get Shaquille Vick some play here, but he loses a yard. Good job by UCLA defensive line as he's going to be wrapped up and dropped down to make it a 2nd and 11 here. Great job getting off that block and just wrapping him up and making this tackle. That's what you want to see. A lot of guys, especially in the college level, try to take it to the NFL level or the RFL level of popping dudes without wrapping up. A lot of tackles are broken that way, and so you got to be dead on when you try to deliver hits like that. So it's always great to see a defensive player wrap up to make a tackle to make sure it's secured to not give up no extra yard. Here goes some play action, and Eason rolls right into the sack. That is the second sack of the day for Clay, and he's got a touchdown off of a forced fumble off his last sack. And this guy is balling out right now at that defensive end position for the Bruins. And that was the design of the play, was to roll out, but should have cut it short, as he knew that his time was evaporating the direction he was going. And so big sack, 3rd and 17 now for the Huskies.
They can't hang with us.
It was good, Bill. Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Here goes Eason with some time. Throws deep down the field to try to go in the area of Aaron Fuller. That's incomplete. 12 of 19 is Eason, and that's going to bring up a 4th down for Washington. The day is just getting tougher. If anything, give your receiver a chance to make a play on the ball. I mean, that's Aaron Fuller. He's made a lot of clutch grabs for you guys all season. You got to be able to give him that opportunity, and Eason just misses it there. They got to punt it away again. UCLA. And field this one at the 29-yard line. Spin move not going to work.
We got this.
And now the Bruins offense going to come back out onto the field. It's good, Acid. Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Wilton Spate, 17 of 18, 174 passing yards, and a touchdown so far on the day. He has been spectacular here in what seems to be an upset coming by UCLA. Here goes a throw, and that's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete, only missing his 2nd pass of the day. And he says this looks brutal. It definitely is looking brutal right now. And Washington, their defense is, I feel they're doing what they can. Their offense gave up a touchdown off of a forced fumble earlier off of a sack. So this game pretty much, had that not have happened, could have been 10-0. But Washington, in the situation they are in, unfortunately, and they've got to try to do something offensively. I feel that it's their offense that needs to find a way to start clicking, because before you know it, these guys are going to find themselves down by 3 to 4 possessions. I mean, they're already down 3. It'll be tough. I mean, look at this. That's the type of pressure they need. A sack by Branch. I think that's an RFL generic player, too, right there. He gets through. 4th and 9. They're going to have to punt this one away. The offense has not been able to take advantage of the good defense and the good field position that the defense gives them for the Huskies. We'll have to see if maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to take advantage of this situation. It's going to be all on the hands of both the play calling, and of course, it's going to be on Jacob Eason. He's got to play a lot better, a lot smarter, and recognize what's going on in the pocket. And that kick just luckily rolls about a yard deep in the end zone for a touchback. Flintoff almost coming up with a beautiful punt right there. What's good, Coach Chiz? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. So he just getting a notification. Yeah, I mean, YouTube's been crazy, man. Very crazy. What's good, Evan? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. YouTube, you know, a lot of big things coming in the future. Well, not big necessarily. Look at this. Aaron Fuller almost takes off. And to be honest, with the speed he has, he could have stayed on the outside, and I think that would have been to the house for a touchdown. But that just shows you the speed on this kid. He just explodes as he got that first down. Man, that juke move, I guess he thought it would work. Almost did. First down for Washington. Jacob Eason's got some pressure. He's got to get rid of this football, and this has been the issue so far here today. Clay with 3 sacks, 4 tackles on the day. We're still in this game with a lot of time left in this game. Over 8.5 minutes again here in this second half. And he knew that pressure was coming. You got to get rid of the football a lot earlier. What's good, Cody Hill? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. And yeah, I can agree with you right now. The performance of Washington has definitely been falling off as of late. Jacob Eason came out, man, starting this season looking great. And this last week, I mean, there's a couple of other questionable games that he's played in where he hasn't performed at his best. But his team has found ways to win. And I'm guessing after that loss, the mentality, I'll have to say, has probably changed with this team. And hopefully they got to realize that, hey, we are currently in the playoffs right now. So we have to try to make plays happen like this right here. Aaron Fuller comes through again. 32-yard reception. And that is going to be his 6th so far of the night. He's got 6 receptions for 79 yards. He might be on the way for a 100-plus yard game here, but all he cares about is getting this victory for Washington. Huge play right there. That was a good throw that time by Eason. Jacob Eason's going to line up here in the shotgun. I think he's got Shaquille Vick in the backfield with him. And there'll be a handoff to Vick. A nice little cutback as he'll pick up about 4 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 6. Washington starting to move down the field. Honestly, they should have 3 points on the board. I just don't think the kicker had the leg, or maybe the wind was just a little bit too strong for him. But they've got to start making plays now while they have the time. Play action, and that's going to be incomplete, and that's exactly what the issue has been. I agree with the comment from Cody Hill earlier, is inconsistency from Eason. He just delivered a beautiful throw for the first down to Aaron Fuller the last play, and just that play right there just flat out misses him. Pressure, I think, got there to him, yes, but you look forward to your starting quarterback making those throws. And now here they are in a 3rd down situation, looking to try to throw. He's got good protection. Time starting to run out here. Just lost one up, and that is going to be caught for a 1st down. What a grab by the running back, Ahmed. Unbelievable grab right here. He just tosses up a prayer, and Ahmed answers. Look at this catch. Salvan Ahmed getting this grab, 21 yards gained, and that is going to be a new set of downs for the Huskies.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
1st and goal now after the beautiful play. Here goes a run. Ahmed going to carry the football this time, and he'll get to the 7. Hasn't really been able to do much against this UCLA defense. I mean, 5 carries for just 8 yards. So they've really been playing the run heavy here. Washington, 2nd and goal at the 7.
15 line. 15 line.
Watch that end. Tight right.
Punt formation spread out wide. They go right back to Ahmed, and he jukes and tries to get his way in the end zone. He falls right at the 1-yard line. And this is going to be a big play right here for Washington. If they don't get this, I mean, I feel that they should probably go for it on 4th down, but either way, it's a good or bad play. Not sure how it's going to go, but still, they can punch it in here. Let's see if they do. They're going to look to throw it this time to the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for Washington. They are finally on the board. He finds Baxilia. I got to figure out how to say this guy's name, man. Baxilia, I think that's how you say it. But a great catch, touchdown, and Washington cuts this deficit to 2 possessions. As we were saying, man, it ain't over until the clock hits 0. And Washington gets their first points. Here goes the extra point. And almost gets blocked, but he gets it off and through. 10 plays. They go 80 yards. And, man, that play wouldn't have... This drive finish wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for that clutch grab by Salvan Ahmed, man. That was a beautiful play, a clutch play when needed. And those are the type of plays you look forward to come up in big moment games like this. Alex Courtney says Washington will come back. We'll see. Cody Hill saying overtime. Possibility of that too. Still a lot of time left in this game. We haven't even reached the fourth quarter yet. Just about a little over 4.5 minutes left in this third quarter, and ball's on the tee. Washington kicks it off, and I think we might see a swing in how Washington is playing. Pretty decent return. It gets it out to the 28. And now, let's see how Wilton Spate and the offense will respond after giving up a touchdown there to the Huskies for the first time here today.
30 base.
First down and 10. He's got two receivers out wide to his right side. There he is trying to get to the outside. That's not going to work that time. And honestly, I think UCLA at this point should probably shy away from using Spate too much. We saw a costly fumble way earlier in terms of the side of Washington. Spate's been touching the football quite a few, and usually you see the quarterbacks run the football and taking a lot of contact. It results in a fumble at some point. And even though that was a design run play, you don't want to see your quarterback, who's been doing great throwing the football, take too many hits.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Replay. 5.
And they try to go with some read option again. That is blown up immediately. There goes Johnson. And they're going to lose another chunk of yards here. So play calling right there for UCLA to start this drive has been, I have to say, awful. Maybe the first down play, you try it, but the second play, I don't agree with this read option call. Washington makes a nice play. And now they have them in a 3rd and long situation.
On the double.
We'll go 25 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Let's see if UCLA can convert. They like to go to Pavico most of the time in these situations. And this time, they'll go to someone else. And that's going to be the tight end in which he hit the first touchdown of the game offensively for. And that's his 3rd reception, a huge play for the first down, and that kills some momentum for sure for Washington. Another great throw. Love the arc they put on that football, able to get that one past the second level over those linebackers, throws it right there up high for his tight end to grab. First down.
10 Tucson.
Here we go.
Will come out in the I formation. They go with some play action. Spate moving around. And he can't throw the football off as he'll be sacked. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 17. They just got themselves out of a long 3rd down and 15 situation. Converted, got the first down, and Washington back to trying to put them in a difficult long-range situation here with this sack to start out these new set of downs. You can see them just beating the lineman right there. And Levy gets there to Spate. Huge sack. And they're looking to try to follow up here on these next 2 downs.
Ready. 70, Indy.
And spread out the backfield. 5 wide, empty set of bunch formation. Attached to the line to the left. Over the throw, and good catch in traffic. They're making some huge catches, I'd have to say. I think it's Asiasi. Asiasi. I think that's how you say it. Right there with the reception. And he's got a touchdown. He had a big first down completion, a reception on the last play. 3rd and 9 now here for UCLA. See if they can convert on 3rd and long as they did the last set of downs. Spate's got some time. Good protection. Throws. And it's going to be incomplete. He almost hauled it in. But great defense by Washington. That falls incomplete. And Washington gets the stop that they were looking for. 4th down. Another look at this play. Goes up, gets it, and look at the effort by the defensive back. He doesn't give up on the play, keeps his hands, plays the football, and breaks that one up just the last second before he could hit the ground. So UCLA going to punt this one away. Fair catch called, but it'll bounce inside the 5. They'll mark it down at the 2. So Washington, they're going to have to drive 98 yards if they want a touchdown here. It's going to be difficult. The way that UCLA's defense especially has played, they've really been great against the run. And there goes Salvan Ahmed, who was the big reason on why they were able to get their first touchdown of the game. That clutch 25-yard reception. They might have to rely on him on the ground here to try to get some space. And there he goes running the ball, breaking a couple of tackles, and there goes a little bit of breathing room as he gets to the 6. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Closing in now on a minute left here in the 3rd quarter before we head into the 4th. UCLA looking to try to hold on to pull off this upset, in Washington looking to try to pull off a comeback. See whose dreams will become a reality at the end of this one. There goes a throw over the middle of the field. There goes Jimmy Bean, and there goes a first down. Huge play right there by Jimmy Bean. Great play call. Really love the play call. Get the ball into the hands of this guy. I mean, he's basically a mismatch every time. And you got a linebacker on Jimmy Bean. That's just pretty much illegal, unfair, because he's got the mobility to be able to make plays like a receiver and get open.
Down, 50, play.
So he's looking for those matchups every time. And right there, he knew he was going to have it. First down here for the Huskies.
Get it.
Eason steps up in the pocket, goes deep in. That's going to be played perfectly by Brace. It's Chauncey Brace, the RFL defensive back prospect, playing the football there, as he was able to knock that one out of the hands of his intended receiver.
We go set. 18 Gator.
Tackles.
Shoot.
Going to drop back, looking to pass. Goes over the middle. There goes Jimmy Bean again. Powers forward to the 35-yard line. Another first down for Washington. It's going to stop the clock. And most likely, they'll have one more play before the end of this 3rd quarter, before we head into the 4th. What a game it's been so far. Maybe not high scoring, but it's been a good amount of scoring so far in this game. Very entertaining. First, it was one-sided. And I think Washington probably should try to get a play off before the end of the half, just to spare a little bit of time. You never know when those final seconds may come in handy, but they let the clock run down. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd. Put your 4s up in the chat. If you are enjoying and haven't smashed the like button already, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Let's see if Washington can try to pull off this comeback. They have the first down. They throw the ball out to Jimmy Bean again, only a 1-yard gain, so now it's 2nd down. Yeah, the game is going by pretty fast. I mean, you can pretty much blame all that on EA for making these cutscenes go by just too quickly. I wish they would at least have it where guys are walking back up to the line again, or at least some type of celebration show at the end after they make a good play. And look at this, Jacob Eason back to doing what he's been doing all day, and that's just being inconsistent. Incomplete pass right there. Could have gone for a first down for Washington. Instead, a missed opportunity again. And it's going to be these mistakes that's going to ultimately cost Washington if they can't come back. Going to motion Jones into the formation here. Jacob Eason trying to pull off and get this first down. Throws one down the field. And it's going to be caught once again by Ahmed, coming up with another huge 3rd down conversion catch. He did it earlier to set up a touchdown last time for Washington, and he does it here a 2nd time for a big first down. Showing off the hands at running back. Not an RFL prospect, but man, there's nothing like having a running back that can catch the football. First and 10, Eason feeling some pressure. Good pickup on a block by Ahmed. The juke move doesn't work there. Great wrap up. He's tackled down at the 37. Maxilia gets 2 yards on the play.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there. Everyone got 4 down.
Let's go.
Jacob Eason here looking to throw. He's got a completion. Jimmy Bean trying to get up the field. Good tackle there by Brace. Stops him right in his tracks. 2 yards short of the first down. And here goes the big down. And they're at the 31-yard line. I mean, even a field goal at this point is not safe because they've missed a field goal from this exact same distance earlier in the game. They're going to try to pass for it. There goes a completion, and there goes Ahmed again. Another clutch third down conversion as he quickly checks it down to Ahmed. And I like the decision right here by Jacob Eason because, you know, you look it down the field, you want the big play. You see it's not there. You see Ahmed, who made big catches for you on these situations, open into the flats. He's got the defense out-leveraged in terms of the guys who's supposed to be manned up on him. Give him a chance, and he comes through. First down, Washington.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
What's good, Bernard Watson? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Yeah, it's been a wild one so far. UCLA came out hot. Washington trying to get back into this game. Ahmed stood up for a loss. He'll lose 3 yards on the play. They'll say 4. 2nd and 14 now. Phillips in on that tackle. And it just seems like at this point, I mean, this is the hot player. Give him the football. That's what Washington is doing right now. That play just does not work out. They're going to need another playmaker to step up because I'm pretty sure UCLA is going to start keying in on Ahmed very soon if they haven't already.
Ready.
There goes the throw, and that one almost intercepted for the second time. That's Brace with the break on the football, and just like that, a 3rd and 14 for the Washington Huskies. At this point, even if you don't get it, just take care of the football. Washington, if they can kick the field goal, they'll make it a 1-possession game regardless. If there's a risk, Eason should not take it, but we'll see what he'll do here. He throws, he's got the completion to Jones, and he is, of course, well short of the first down. We're going to be at the 20-yard line. The UCLA defense is hype, but Washington a field goal away from just making this a 7-point game. What's good, Ronnie Nichols? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Appreciate that, Cody Hill. And I forgot to mention earlier, man, definitely going to be looking out for your defensive end prospect for next series. I think you mentioned about entering in a player for the series for next year, man. Can't wait. RFL continuing to grow with user players. Here goes the kick, and it is good. 1 for 2 is Henry, but that is the big kick that they needed. And so now it's a 1-possession game. 7 points away from tying it up. Washington's defense is going to have to play at its best. 8 minutes just about left in this game. I do agree with that, Alex. Washington inching closer to a comeback here. Can they send this game into overtime? A lot of time still left on the clock and a lot of timeouts still left for both teams. All 3 for both. As he'll take this one about a yard deep out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And now, this is going to be the time where UCLA steps up and proves they deserve to win this game by scoring some type of points and putting the pressure back on Washington. Or Washington proves that they want more with getting this stop on the defensive side of the football. Their defense, honestly, has not been playing that bad so far in this game. Here goes a throw, and there goes a completion. First down to Pabico. He goes down at the 40. Spate, man, 20 of 23 throwing the football. And so Washington gives up the first down in the very first play of the drive. They don't want too many more plays like that. Gonna look to pass, throws, and once again back to Pavico on the same route. This time, the defensive back is not fooled. He breaks up the pass, and it's now a 2nd and 10 for UCLA. This defense, right now, they are in alert mode. If they have an opportunity, they see anything going on, they are going to be attacking it more than they were earlier in this game, that's for sure, because they know what's at stake. And so UCLA's got to be careful, and they've got to be able to make the big plays. There goes a throw, and a good tackle. Still manages to muster up some yards. He gets 2, and this is the big down that Washington has been looking to try to force. A 3rd and long. 8 yards they have to prevent the Bruins from getting. If not, this drive will continue. If they stop them, they get an opportunity to have a chance for their offense to go down the field, score a touchdown, and tie the game up at 17. Here goes Spate with a throw, and there goes a 1st down as he finds his old reliable tight end, Asiasi. I think it's Asiasi. I think that's how you say it. It kind of confused me how to say it. Spelled, the word is, his name is spelled exact same 3 letters. Gotta look up how to say some of these guys' names, man. But great throw. Great 1st down. And Washington, once again, allowing UCLA to move the chains. They can't even really, at this point, give up a field goal. And they can. It's going to be tough to come back from. And there goes a broken tackle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now, as Kelly on the run picks up 6. And UCLA applying that pressure. Slowly but aggressively moving down the field on Washington to try to pull off and finish this upset.
60 outlaw.
Gonna drop back, looking to pass, throws, and that's gonna be broken up. And another 3rd down situation for Washington. Last time they had them in the 3rd and 8, they converted. Now it's a much shorter 3rd down, but it's still a 3rd down. Washington could get this stop. 3rd and 4. Who's going to get this stop here? Who wants it more? We'll see, as he'll be out here in the gun. Spate going to look to pass again. They converted last time, and they will convert again. They try to strip him, and that's going to be a 1st down. They were able to force a fumble on him earlier, but Howard holding on for a 6th reception. 1st and 10 at the 32. They are in field goal range. This is not what the Huskies wanted, and they are right now on the brink of an upset. The next game that will be streamed will be tomorrow, 6 p.m., same time as this. And that will be Texas versus Oklahoma. And then the next day after that, same time at 6 p.m. Eastern, will be Alabama versus Tennessee. There goes Spate throwing the football, and that is incomplete. He had 1 foot in, but since both feet were on the ground, one was out of bounds. That does not count. And so it's a 2nd and 10 now. See the kicker missed from the 31-yard line. Now, like I said, that was the Washington Huskies kicker. Don't know if the UCLA kicker may suffer from the same thing, but this is not an easy field goal range, and here goes an easy completion across the middle. The old reliable receiver, Pavico, holds on to it, gets to the 25. 3rd and 3. Once again, another down. Now Washington is looking for. They want to try to end this drive quick. They pretty much at this point know that they're going to give up some points and make it a 10-point game, a 2-possession game. So, if anything, they have to make sure they get these guys off the field quick. And they do. They stop the clock, almost getting the interception. Man, how great would that have been if he picked that off? That would have been huge for Washington. But either way, they still get the stop here. Spate gets lucky that wasn't going the other way. Possibly could have been there for 6. Irvin saving the Huskies here as they finally get the stop. Should be a makeable kick. And Washington right now on the sideline. They're stoked because they know they have an opportunity. This for a 10-point lead. The kick is up, and of course he nails it straight down the uprights. And that is going to be a 20-10 score now between UCLA and Washington. Molson knocking this one through, man. And now it's crunch time for Washington. They have to score, and they have to score quickly. They have all three of their timeouts. They have to try to save them, which is why they have to score quickly, and then use those in hopes of their defense getting a stop and not giving up big third down conversions as they did on that very drive. But they did get the stop on the defensive side of the ball, so this is huge. Washington on the brink of an upset. They've only lost one game so far this season, and they may lose a second. Time is working against them. 4 minutes and 40 seconds as this one's going to be returned from the 1 yard line. Spins off and is going to be brought down at the 26. Now it's 4:36 left on the clock. All three timeouts. Jacob Eason has been very inconsistent all game. His team is facing an upset loss here. Can he pull out his best performance to try to send this game into overtime if possible? A drop back looking to pass, throws, and there goes a completion, and he's quickly brought down. 5-yard gain, though, is pretty decent, but what I would like to see is Washington try their best to try to move down the field fast, quickly. I mean, I know it's not the 2-minute warning yet, but you don't want it to get to the 2-minute warning. I mean, there's no 2-minute warning anyway now I think about it in college football. Just thinking about the RFL rules, but man, this is going to be tough. Here goes a throw over the middle, another first down. Well, the first down of this drive, he finds Jones. And they're discussing things. That will stop the clock. It's good back to Bragg Sports. Yep, 2 scores. What they had to do in 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Less than that now. And there goes a completion. Aaron Fuller hangs on to it in traffic. They're getting good catches right now, but they're going to need a big play soon. That puts Eason over 300 passing yards, despite the fact that he could have had possibly 400 plus. He's been able to connect on most of his throws throughout the day. It was a good route ran there, too, by Fuller. Meadows trying to play the football to force the incompletion.
Here we go. 60-yard.
Closing in on 3 minutes left in the fourth and final quarter now. Time's really working against the Huskies. There's a throw and another clutch catch in traffic by Aaron Fuller. Stops the clock again. 8 catches for 90 yards for Fuller. They still have all 3 of their timeouts. And Washington's going to have to do something here. They need a big strike play. They need a big play. Who's going to make that play for them? Will anyone make that play for them? 1st and 10. And he overthrows Bean. So a missed pass that does stop the clock at least. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in this game. Yeah, clock management really is killing them right now. And that's something EA needs to fix, which is the reason why they need to get rid of these quick cutscenes, because it's killing the overtime and knocking off unnecessary time off the clock for teams to be able to come back, or just manage the clock better in terms of the CPU. So, I mean, definitely something that EA has to look into. Glad they fixed the jukes, though. They finally brought those back. We were definitely worried about that. Thought they wouldn't have it before the RFL season came. But here goes a 3rd and 4. And he does that. Incomplete pass. 4th down now for Washington. And this next play is going to determine their chances of trying to come back into this game.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
It's going to be 2007 all over again. And there he goes, looking to throw. Eason's got to be complete, and he is incomplete. Great hops right there. That was an excellent play right there by Gates. He closed, like I said earlier, he closed the gates on him before, and he closes it right there, getting up there to make this block. Look at this. Just swats that one away. And that's a turnover on down. Spate's going to come out onto the field, and it's looking like, more than likely, it's looking like it's going to be a party here on this field for UCLA and not the home team, as they are going to pull off a huge upset against Washington. And they need to stop with this read option, because if he fumbles this football, you never know, could be taken back to the house for a touchdown. And a lot of big turnovers too by Washington. I have to fault in the area of Jacob Eason, who played very inconsistent. 2 turnovers in this game. He fumbled, which went to the house for a touchdown. This game could have very well been 13-10 right now. And he threw an interception when they were in the red zone, moving down the field. So, I mean, you really got to look at that. I mean, Eason has got to be more consistent right now. He's ruining the chances just about for Washington to be able to try to stay in the top 4 to possibly compete in the playoffs. They might even miss it. You never know. Games are getting shorter and shorter that are left on the schedule, so you never know what's going to happen. 4th down, though, Washington does get the stop. They call the timeout. And, you know, UCLA just running out the clock as much as they can with the read option, but I thought it would be smarter if they just ran it back instead. Here goes the punt, goes out of bounds at the 24. Not too good of a punt right there. To give him just about 4 extra yards from a touchback, but Jacob Eason, his numbers look pretty solid, I guess you could say, but really has not played to what his numbers project. Motion Jones. Eason running out of time. He's got a completion. And that's Salvon Ahmed taken down at the 30. Gain of 6. These guys aren't even playing with urgency right now. They only have 1 timeout. Why are they going huddle here? Huddle here. I mean, jeez. Now they're going to say no huddle here, but it just killed the clock. EA's got to fix this. Here goes the throw over the middle. And he's breaking some tackles. Almost looked like he was about to slip through for a huge play. It is a big play for a 1st down, but now we're exactly under a minute left in this game. 59 seconds. There's just no way Washington comes back from this one. Never going to say never, though, because we've seen some crazy comebacks, but it looks like that's going to be it. Jacob Eason going to try to hurdle one down the field, and he is sacked for a 2nd time today by defensive tackle Mafi. He's been sacked more than 5 times in this game. A couple of those, most of those, I have to say, faulted on him. It's just his performance. I think he was rattled from the first week loss, and he just didn't get out of it this week. So he'll throw the football here. He's got a completion. The spin move doesn't work. And they're just going to let this clock run. They already know it's game over. And, man, that is it. UCLA. I don't know why you even call a timeout here. Washington's still going to call a timeout. Good thing it's their last. 3rd and 11. Just going to look to see what they could do. He's just sitting in the spot all day, but no one open. He throws, and that one almost intercepted. 11 seconds left on the clock here for Washington. And this is a huge upset. UCLA is on the brink of elimination from being bowl game eligible in the RFL College Series. They lose 1 more game, that's it. They're not playing a bowl game. And they come back here in this game against the number 2 team in the country and upset them here 20-10. Jacob Eason bombs one deep once again, and man, he's got a cannon on, I can say that. Jimmy Bean tried to go airborne and get it. He doesn't catch it. It's going to be a turnover and downs, and here goes the victory formation. UCLA closes the game, and the upset is finished. UCLA going to improve to 3-6 on the season. Washington takes a hard loss here at home. as they will fall to 7-2. Not sure if they'll still even be in the top 4 after this loss. That was a huge loss they just took just now. And that's a big reason showing on why Florida jumped ahead of them this week. So, I mean, number 2 team takes a huge loss here. More than likely not going to be number 2 anymore. UCLA comes up with a huge upset. I mean, look at that. Only 17 rushing yards for Washington. They absolutely got shut down on the ground game. UCLA wins it 20-10. I want to give a big shout out once again to everyone that was here. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. Visit our website to learn more about what the RFL is at relocationfootballleague.com. And until then, I'll see you next time for tomorrow's game, as we'll have Texas taking on Oklahoma. Peace.
You